Next contest is between boxers from Ukraine and France.
The boxer in red corner representing Ukraine, Serhii.
So 28-year-old Serhii Horskov from Kharkiv in Ukraine, making his way towards the boxing ring. Soheb Bouafia, the 26-year-old, is the French boxer, soldier in the French army. Fresh off a quarter-final run in the recent European Championships, our scoring judges are from Bulgaria, Poland, the United States of America, Kazakhstan and Korea. So Mr. Emerson Pasta Arriaga of Guatemala is the referee. Here is the reigning French national champion, competing in his third Olympic qualification tournament, having competed at the European Games in Krakow last summer and the first global Olympic qualification event in Busto Arsizio. Serhii Horskov competed in the first global event in Busto Arsizio in Italy earlier this year. Both men participants at last summer's IBA World Championship event on the global stage. And we are underway. 92-kilogram action between boxers from Ukraine and France. Slightly shorter man wearing red, who's found the range immediately with a good left jab to the body, is Serhii Horskov, the man who's looking to get to work with his right hand, first over the top, then an uppercut to the body. Soheb Bouafia, reigning French national champion, recent European Championship quarter-finalist at 92 kilograms in Belgrade just a few weeks ago. Good left jab to the body from Bouafia. Left jab upstairs in between the gloves, scored by Horskov. Horskov dropping down to the body effectively, landing with bent arm hooks. There's a single hook to the body success from Bouafia. So both men targeting the body of their opponents to terrific effect. Straight punches and hooks being fired in downstairs. Left jab is a eye-catching scoring single upstairs from Bouafia. Despite being a shorter man, Horskov having success with straight punches and mid-range work of his own. Good left jab to the chest, followed by right hand to the body, countered by two hooks downstairs from Bouafia. Back and forth action in the first half of this opening round.
This fight's really close so far, like you were saying, Ron. Both fighters throwing shots to the head and body, mixing it up, trying to keep each other guessing and thinking the whole way through this.
Counter right hand was a beautifully picked punch by Horskov a few moments ago, but Bouafia came right back with a body attack of his own. Again, such variety being demonstrated. Beautiful work to body then head, ending that combination with an uppercut to the body from his right hand, Bouafia. Horskov, that's a nice right hand lead landed by him as he attempted to drop down to the body and finish with a left hook to the head. Oh, that right cross, just a little bit ponderous, but then look at that right uppercut, left hook inside. Far more accurate and tight from Bouafia. Right hand lead once again from Bouafia. Then a counter jab to make it first and third boxing, where he ended with the right hand. So Bouafia just tilting the tide in his favor, perhaps in the last 20 seconds or so. Right hand to the body to lead off the attack, countered by Horskov.
Bouafia is just doing really well, just setting all his combinations and his punches up with the jab as he's coming in.
So closing seconds of what has been an action-packed opening round. Remember, these are 92-kilogram, tempted to call them heavyweights, but the nomenclature has been removed. So just 92-kilogram boxers. Closing seconds indicated by the 10-second clapper. I think Horskov started really well. Then he was met and matched by Bouafia, but I think Bouafia concluded the better. very competitive opening round of boxing. I think this man did enough to take it. Terrific quality from both men, but how will the 5 scoring judges see that first 3 minutes of boxing? And Bouafia has taken it on a 3-2 split, which is perhaps a fair reflection of what took place.
Yeah, it really was. The cleaner shots, cleaner work was coming from Bouafia. Just working behind his jab, the single jab, the double jab, and then letting his right hand go to the body and to the head.
And again, Horskov started so brightly, setting the tempo in the early stages, but Bouafia didn't panic and ended up finishing with a stronger conclusion.
Yeah, Horskov really did work in the body and the head, coming back up with the hooks, but he was just outworked by the cleaner punching shots of Bouafia.
So Horskov spoken before the action can begin in round number 2 about keeping his head up. His timing called and the action resumes. Good double jab from Horskov. And again, showing wonderful timing with that lead left hand as he dips down, pushes it into the body. So just as he did in the first round, it's Horskov who's getting the better of the first 20 seconds of this second round. Bouafia worked his way back into it in the opening round, but thus far hasn't found a range with the same consistency or effectiveness as Horskov scores with a left jab just above the belt line. Left-right combination from Horskov with the right hand was a really eye-catching shot. Horskov working the body effectively once again, ending with a left hook. It was countered by a right uppercut from Bouafia. Minute gone in this second round. Good work with the right hand. And again from Bouafia, scoring with that spearing cross to the body. Good defensive with the right elbow from Bouafia. Spoken to of what I call good defense. It was called an illegal move because Mr. Emerson Pastor saying that he held the right elbow out. And now look at this work on the inside, toe to toe, and bent arm punches, hooks and uppercuts being slammed into the body of the opponent.
Yeah, really good work there from Bouafia.
So just beyond the halfway stage of this second round, and it was a strong start from Horskov once again. Bouafia's bent arm work as again he slams in that bolo shot just above his opponent's belt line, just beginning to come to the fore again now.
The referee just giving the man in red stern warning, talking to for his head.
Again, that's a couple of occasions in this round that he's been spoken to about that particular infringement. I don't want to see a point deduction alter the complexion of what has been a really competitive bout so far. It was at this stage in the... Oh dear me, oh dear me. Well, there we go, right on cue, this one for holding. So Horskov, who was boxing so well in this second round, and now it's going to be almost impossible for him to win it. So let's imagine that he has won the round. His scorecard will be subject to 10-1. We have to see whether the point difference will be taken into account during this round or at the conclusion of the contest when it's -1 overall. And the reason I say we'll have to see is because we've seen both in Olympic-style boxing, where the point deductions are accounted for in the round where the infringement occurs. Beautiful counter right hand from Bouafia. And it's also taken into account at the end of the contest. So let's see the scores as to which way this one is going to go. Again, Bouafia with a strong conclusion to the round. He took the first round unanimously for all 5 judges. Horskov found a range wonderfully with his lead jab to begin the contest. Going to keep a close eye on these scores here now. So you see Horskov, first round taken unanimously by Bouafia. See, Horskov has taken the second round for judges 1 and 4. But because it's 10-1, the point infringement has already been taken into account. And so Bouafia in a really strong position, leading across the board, 20 points to 17 for judges 2, 3, and 5. Because the point deduction has been taken into account.
Yeah, the man in red needs a knockout here, but I think Bouafia is just a little bit too tricky and a little bit too skillful for him to land that shot, but never say never.
So into the third and final round then. Horskov, and that's a beautiful left jab from Horskov. Was outboxed in the first round to drop a unanimous points verdict as he scores with a left jab to the sternum of Bouafia. And again, just as he's begun rounds 1 and 2, his left jab a really effective and eye-catching weapon for him. Boxed his way back into the second, conceded it on a 3-2 split, but because of the point deduction, after the warning from Mr. Emerson Pastor of Guatemala, the third man in the ring, well, he was trailing 20 points to 17 for judges 2, 3, and 5. So he's got a real mountain to climb here now. A beautiful right hand of the uppercut variety slammed into the body of Horskov from Bouafia. A good left jab in response from Horskov once again. He's continuing to shape up wonderfully here. 2021 World Championship participant. Again, that was at 86 kilograms. Experience on the continental stage as well. Podium finishes in the Ukrainian National Championships on his extensive Olympic-style boxing resume. Away with a silver medal in the under-22 European Championships, an event taking place in Romania. So that gives you an idea as to the man's pedigree. Here he is on the global stage of the final Global Olympic qualification event, competing well, but perhaps always just a shade behind Soheb Bouafia. Oh, but not too far away now. He's been hurt by that, and look at Bouafia looking to claim his man. Just inconvenienced when he was near the ropes. His knees dipped, he sagged into the ropes momentarily. Minute remaining. And again, Horskov is a man who needs an inside the distance finish given the complexion of the scorecards at the start of the round.
Yeah, Horskov needs the knockout. And I said that he might not get it, but as he's shown there, you never know at this weight, 92 kilograms. It really can, one punch can change the fight.
There's a right hand once again. But coming back with his own right hand is Bouafia. Bouafia didn't blink as he took that solid right cross from Horskov. Horskov forwards once more. Again, that point deduction in the second round really changing the complexion of the contest. Bouafia has got to keep his concentration here, looking for a counter right uppercut after making his man miss. Was just short of the mark. Well, credit to Serhii Horskov, never stopped competing and remained in pursuit of the KO finish that he needed. Given the scores at the end of 6 minutes of boxing, wonderful skill in evidence from both boxers, but that little clap to himself from the boxer in blue is an indication that Soheb Bouafia, the reigning French national champion, knows that he has done enough, and despite the immense effort put forth by Serhii Horskov, it's not going to be his day here in the Thai capital of Bangkok. Wonderful skill in evidence from these two 92-kilogram boxers.
Really, really good boxing from both fighters. I really liked Bouafia's punch picking. Behind his jab worked beautifully. And the man in red as well from Ukraine. When he let his jab go and get himself into position, he could throw his punches, let his shots go. And we're just waiting for the announcement. Who's going to go through?
Well, one suspects it will be the man in blue. Ring B announcements just taking place at this time. Always nervous of moments, of course, because until it's formalized, we don't know. And there is confirmation of the unanimous points decision verdict for Soheb Bouafia. A very skillful display indeed. It was a competitive encounter between he and Serhii Horskov of Ukraine. Warning in the second round, really changing the complexion of the contest. But the right man prevailing, and that double bicep flex An acknowledgement of the victory he has just earned. He goes through to the round of 16. Remember, 4 places up for grabs in the 92 kilogram division. That's how he did it. The second round is where the point was deducted from the scorecard of Horskov for excessive holding.
Both guys worked really well. Head and body, punch picking, trying to keep each other off guard and out front. That was the really good right hand that just rocked Bouafia onto his heels, onto the ropes. But Bouafia was working really well behind the jab. Beautiful body shot there.